Hi, my name is Natalia Fedner, and I was originally from Chernivtsi, Ukraine, part of the former Soviet Union. I was 6 years old when I immigrated, and we left everybody behind, and we went to Moscow, and then we went to Vienna, and we even worked at the Roman market selling those little tchotchke things like matryoshka dolls. Yeah, that was me. If you were in Rome 20 years ago, you might have seen me selling you a little tiny nesting doll. It was the most amazing time of my life, and it has influenced everything I've done since. I'm actually an artist also, and because of that, I have a very strong visual memory. I love languages, probably because I traveled so much when I was so young. I speak Russian, French, Spanish, and I'm learning Italian. My Russian dialect is very good. I grew up with a mother, and she was always yelling at me about all sorts of things. Don't do that, don't go outside. You will get hurt, somebody will do something to you. I can do a French accent pretty good because I lived in Paris for an an, and the people there are very beautiful. I was born a gymnast. Unfortunately, I never really had a chance to do it professionally. But I did gymnastics for cheerleading, and I became cheerleading captain, and I did all sorts of flips and all sorts of back bends and all sorts of crazy jumps, and then I became a professional cheerleader for the National Cheerleaders Association. I can do hip-hop dance, and I love it because I feel like it's the most sensual, sexual, and real of all the dance forms. And I'm ready and willing to do any sort of stage combat because I love being that tough girl, Xena warrior princess who comes in there and just shows all the guys who's boss. Love it.
Okay.
I love life. I feel so lucky to have had all the opportunities I have, and it's all because my parents sacrificed so much to bring me to this wonderful country. And I think I realized that because I came from somewhere else, just how precious every single second is and just how much you can make of it if you just apply yourself. And that's just really what I want to do. I want to get the most I can out of life. I want to be able to say when I'm 95 years old that I really lived. And what I really want to do is buy my mother that Russian restaurant so she can cook away her days, and my father that library where he can read endlessly all of his World War II history books. I'm really good at talking. I bounce off the walls, and so yeah, I talk a lot because I have a lot to say, because there's a lot to talk about. My favorite place to get away is definitely the beach. I like to bring some paints and a canvas with me and draw people who don't realize I'm drawing them. I feel a little naughty, but I usually get some really nice artwork out of it, and I sprinkle a little bit of the sand into the paint because then I know that I will always have a piece of that beach with me in that painting, no matter where I travel. I have a degree actually in fashion design, and I studied in Paris and in New York and with some wonderful designers. So, costume designers love me because I always come perfectly prepared with the right colors, the right season, the right style, the right era, everything. I love clothing.
Okay.
Oh, I love traveling. Oh my God, I have so many fantasies about the south of France and living on the beach. I love food. I love Italian food, so Italy is just my number one destination. I would go there any moment I got a chance. My grandmother's vareniki are the most delicious food in the world. She makes them from scratch, and actually she taught me how to do it. It's just some dough, her special recipe, which includes sour cream, some potatoes that have been mixed with fried onions, and she puts it all together, and you just boil it for a few minutes, and you can even fry it. It tastes like love. It tastes like home, and it makes me think about her and how special she is.
Where does she live?
She's actually in Columbus, Ohio,
Right.
My little Russian babushka who doesn't speak a word of English is in Columbus, Ohio.
You like
I love working out. I always feel so tough when I go to the gym,
Okay,
My right arm is stronger. Yeah. I like to scare boys this way. That's why they can't mess with me. Hey, I never said health food nut. I may be a vegetarian, but I like my chocolate and I like my chips. Hey, there's no animal in it, I'll eat it. My mom is my hero. She is such a beautiful person in exactly the ways that one would want to be. She's strong, she's passionate, she's alive, and she goes for what she wants. And she wants the best, only the best for the people around her. I am modest. I just try really hard to pretend like I'm not. I think it's kind of like a protective wall, actually.